finally.
So banned out third phase, surprisingly not picked. He has been very popular. He has been very popular.
Yeah, the PA is also banned out. The strong
10
melee
seconds
clicker.
to go.
Get a few crits in a row, he can just delete somebody.
5 seconds.
eXtinction.Reborn banning all carries at this point.
Radiance ban.
Not one support banned amongst both teams. Deciding it's not really worth it for them. So,
10 seconds.
so what do you think? Do you think eXtinction.Reborn are going to be going for with
5
more of a
seconds.
pick off gank oriented lineup with the Batrider and the Venge? Venge lends herself very well to the
Reserve
early
time.
roaming, and Batrider once he picks up that blink around maybe 10 minutes or so, easy kills with that first blink lasso initiation.
It is. They could easily go aggressive with this, but at the same
Radiance
time,
pick.
they could play pretty defensively, as like Venge can be used to defensively swap people out of trouble. And I mean, it's really hard to tell at this point. But if late game Tango want to go for like a death ball push strat, then eXtinction.Reborn definitely need to pick
Dyer's
somebody
pick.
that can lane a little bit better, have a little bit better of a mid game.
And the Visage now picked up by eXtinction.Reborn. So, do you think we could maybe be seeing a Drow pickup in the
Certainly
next
looks
phase?
possible. Especially on top of that, you have the Vengeful Spirit Aura, so
Oh, and LGT don't let them get the
Radiance
chance. They
pick.
grab the Drow right away.
they could still eXtinction.Reborn still could pick Lycan, which isn't as powerful of a combination as Drow Visage, but it is still fairly powerful.
I would like to note, though, there is not 1 ounce of counter push on eXtinction.Reborn's team right now.
There's not. They're going
10
in for.
seconds
It
to
looks
go.
like early mid game fighting at the moment.
5
Yeah, definitely.
seconds.
And the Drow Ranger pick seems to have thrown them off a little bit. They weren't expecting it to be grabbed out from underneath them.
Reserve time.
But at the same time, I'm not sure that LGT or Late Game Tango was like really wanted to pick the Drow. I feel like they might have been forced into it just because they didn't want to deal with the Visage Drow combo.
10 seconds to
And
go.
eXtinction.Reborn pull out a
Dyer's
Razor,
pick.
not a hero that we haven't been seeing too much of recently. Began to fall off towards the end of the last patch, and well, he's being picked here now. I think he runs in a similar capacity to DP. Just a tanky hero that, a very good pusher in Razor's case once he has his Aghanims picked up, but a
10
good anti-carry, more so
seconds to
than Death
go.
Prophet.
Yeah, and he can also push
5
out or clear
seconds.
waves as well, so he's pretty good defensively.
Mhm.
Just Plasma Field's a creep wave that can
Reserve
at least some
time.
counter push now.
And so we will see what LGT decide to do to round off their drafts. Maybe pick ranged heroes from here on out. They still need an offlaner and another support, unless they decide to lane it in some strange way with the Death Prophet. And they pick up the Lion. So
Radiant
get them some
team
nice burst
ban.
damage to go with that Ogre. Some good disable as well.
Yeah, very good disable. Mana drain. It's not particularly that useful, I guess, against these
10
heroes, but can be.
seconds to go.
Finger, just delete somebody. One of the squishy
5
supports.
seconds.
So it's a good pick.
Yeah, something to note as well, I believe Death Prophet's ulti, I do
Reserve
believe that
time.
works on Visage familiars, as it is physical damage.
5
Oh,
seconds.
Okay, so they could potentially just get wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
Dyer's ban.
So, if you're LGT, what do you pick up here as your
Well,
next
they-
pick?
Looks like they need an offlaner, so
10
I don't know. It's a bit of a
seconds
toss
to
up
go.
because they look like they can push, but they can also
Radiance pick.
take it kind of late with the Drow.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody definitely should be on the front lines because Drow and
Oh.
Death Prophet are pretty squishy. Maybe an
Dyer's
Axe
pick.
And the
is what I
Dusa
would
pick.
think.
for eXtinction.Reborn.
That's kind of the Dusa pick's kind of surprising to
Going
me
for the late
because
game.
they are going for the late game, but they did pick it directly into a lion. So I guess either they're not worried that the lion will just drain the mana shield away, or they have something in mind.
Well, the good thing about for Dusa about mana drain is that he has to be looking directly at your
10
hero, in which case
seconds to
he
go.
cannot do it during stone gaze. So you do have
5
that going for you.
seconds.
Yeah, you do, but as soon as Stone Gaze is over and they turn around, you can just deplete the mana shield with max level mana drain. But as I was saying before, I think late game Tango needs somebody tanky. Like, I'm thinking the best choice would be like Axe for me. Because if he can call the Dusa, she won't be able to get her ult off or possibly even get her mana shield up. So, Centaur would have been another good choice, but he's already banned out.
So we'll see. Maybe if they want to go with a ranged hero for the purpose of utilizing that Drow aura.
Maybe a Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. Maybe they'll decide to run dual lanes. Go with another ranged carry such as Drow. Pick up a Gyrocopter, a very good counter to the Visage Familiars, or maybe something that can make good use of the like a mana burn for something on Dusa.
Maybe even a Bristleback. He can destroy.
They go for the Clinks.
Oh wow.
So a hero that can definitely make use of Drow's damage, giving him a hefty damage boost.
Yeah, that's true. And do you think they're gonna run the Clinks as a solo, or are they gonna run duels?
I'd like to see duels.
Yeah, it looks like just eXtinction.Reborn just gonna go the classic tri-lane around Medusa, Razor mid, Batrider off.
Yeah, pretty standard. We'll see what they decide to do. Looks like they're taking a little bit of time
5.
to get on their heroes, talk about the lanes, do a little bit of theory crafting maybe. But so the game begins. On the Radiant
should be
side, we have on eXtinction.Reborn, we have Salam Pack on your Vengeful Spirit, Flow on the Medusa. We have Makaka, basically just Mac, on your Batrider, Quazix on your Razor, and Ian on your Visage.
Alright, over on the Dire, we have Ridley on the Drow Ranger. We have Kukui on the Death Prophet. We have Mega Man on the Clinks. Monster on the Ogre. And Gal on the Lion.
And they're 5-manning up right here. It looks like they're looking to get into the jungle.
Any smoke.
Battle will commence in
Yeah, they
30
smoke. They
seconds.
go on roaming in, and both teams smoking up into the other team's jungle. So we'll see. Looks like they're probably just going to be warding up the pole camp. And eXtinction.Reborn, skip it. They look to just go for a gank on the rune, hoping to find someone. But neither team will. They'll just be satisfied to grab each
It
other's
begins.
bounty rune. So they grab it. Clinks heads towards the bottom lane. Drow starts heading towards top, and Dusa heads towards bot, and Razor looks to be sitting in the middle lane. So we have Razor versus DP in the mid. Looks like we'll be having a solo offlane Clinks as well. And we have our a nice pause come out, so.
Yeah, so it looks like they're gonna run.
Oh, they
a
lagging.
tri-lane.
Yep, some
Yeah.
people are claiming lag.
Probably US East problems. But yeah, it
US
looks
East
like
too
the
good.
Clinks. Looks like the Clinks is gonna go off lane by himself, which is kind of difficult for Clinks because they want to get an Orchid up relatively quickly to be relevant in the mid game.
Yeah, for sure.
Me first.
But, you know, he doesn't quite need the damage. The Drow is going to have it. And he does get a little bit of uncontested farm. And they won't be able to pull, so... unless they deward. So you never know if they'll actually be able to slow him down.
游戏 already gone for revenge. Here goes in the phone.
So smoke gank, they're just sitting in mid, trying to get a little bit aggressive, but Venge revealed, Visage looking to get off a slow, but that smoke's about to fade, and that gank will fail them. So that's 2 smokes down already for eXtinction.Reborn.
That gives Clinks a nice 1v1 for now.
And Clink's sitting pretty at 3 last hits, tied for the Dusa. And he could be being zoned right now. No slow got off, but they do have sentries to harass him a little bit. Ogre just telling Batrider to get out. This ain't his lane.
Well, the Batrider is getting plenty of experience, and he's got a last hit, so he's doing relatively well.
Yeah, doing absolutely fine. Getting zoned a little bit, but trading hits fairly well with the tanky Ogre, but Drow comes running over. And the lane pushes up. He's going to get some nice experience on this tower, except he's deciding to go for the 2-minute rune, so going to miss out on a little bit of that experience. Let's Razor secure it for that bottle. Pings out the haste rune. Wants the supports to grab it. But Clink's still happily last hitting under tower. 5 and 1, he's level 3. He's doing real good. That's early block of the pole camp, doing pretty good for them.
And it's still blocked. They dropped a sentry actually over this area where they would usually get drop down a ward for vision. So they wasted their sentry on that, and they don't seem to be concerned with pulling very much at the moment.
Well, a little bit of harass coming out on the Batrider. Nothing big as he just flies away. So, pretty passive game after that failed level 1 gank, just trying to get some stacks off in the jungle of eXtinction.Reborn, and each team content just to trade farm, but Dusa is leading the way. Getting some good CS there. Picking up a Ring of Aquila on the way for the Dusa, helping her out a little bit more.
Yeah, they just need, I mean, eXtinction.Reborn, or not eXtinction.Reborn, LGD, or LGT, not LGD. They just need a few items to get them going. And then once they do that, like Clinks gets an Orchid, and then he can just roam around the map murdering everybody, especially the squishy supports.
And you saw now the double stop in the weekend stuff.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Batrider tries to just burn down the push a little bit, slow it down as they go for the push with the catapult, and it is successful. As they do get about
tower is under siege.
a third of the damage done, but not too bad.
Illusion.
Here's a rune even as well. So much better rune control coming out from eXtinction.Reborn. DP having a bottle crow.
Not sure that LGT got a single rune so far.
Which
Besides the initial
I'd like to
bounty
see
rune.
a lot more coming out of these supports from LGT. Like they're just sitting in lane. They haven't really left. They're not stacking. They're not pulling. Batrider's level 4. They're not really accomplishing much of anything. And as I say that, it looks as though we might get a smoke towards middle lane now that it is nighttime. But immediately, pings come out from the blue player, the Visage, Ian, saying to watch out. Supports are missing. Oh, stun comes out. And Razor's falling low. He fogs him. Will he burn down? He has a bottle charge. Oh, he jukes the nuke and he walks away. Gets away scot-free.
Monster almost dies in that too. Oh, Visage coming around.
Oh,
Oh, they
And
spot
they get
out
it.
the ogre.
They find the ogre. He's gonna right click him a little bit and just clicks him on down. Level
Radiant's
3
middle tower is
on the
under
Viscid
siege.
Soul Assumption ready, but they're not gonna be able to follow up on much. Just telling him to get out. Asserting his dominance there. Letting the supports get a little bit of experience. Dusa happily farming away as well. Full 5 CS over the Drow. Drow appearing to be going for the treads, but we do
Radiant's
see
top
Lion
tower
wrapping
is
around to
being
Ledusa.
attacked.
No mana shield up on her, but she just walks away. And some
Oh no.
nice stacks coming out for this Bat Rider.
Yeah, he's got a smorgasbord in the jungle right now.
So 1,000 gold up plus what looks to be at least a 3 stack. Maybe 4? Yeah, hard to tell. But at least a 3 stack, maybe 4, and then another stack of at least 3 to the right there, which he can farm all up at the same time. So we should look to be seeing him coming out of the jungle with a very fast blink there.
Yeah, definitely gonna have a really quick blink.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty passive game so far, which is favoring the Medusa at the moment. So Extinction.Reborn.
Oh, we have a
getting the
gank coming
better-
out in the Medusa, but she pops the Stone Gaze, and she's gonna get a kill on the line. So perhaps not the best planned out gank, is Medusa doesn't even need to pop the mana shield, just pops the Stone Gaze and right clicks him on down, and we have the Bat Rider. Just a few hundred gold off of his Blink Dagger. Ready to go in another couple of jungle camps.
Yeah, looking really good for Extinction.Reborn, because once that Bat Rider gets a blink, the 4 heroes on Extinction.Reborn, not
Radiant's top
including the
tower is
Medusa,
under siege.
can just make plenty of
Radiant
space,
has
so the Medusa
fortified
can
its
farm away
structures.
happily.
Razor with a slight edge over the Death Prophet, though very even so far. Bat Rider also leading out over the Clinks, even though, even with Clinks' help of having the pole camp blocked. But Drow sitting happily down here, and Ogre and Lion trying to pressure the Dusa down here.
Radiant's
Slow down
top
her farm a
tower
little
has
bit.
fallen.
Oh, and we have a DC.
He was DCing a little bit during the draft as well, so some
So-
technical difficulties there.
Mm-hmm. So, some possible US East leg. We shall see.
Well, the Drow just took top tower, so I think her and the Deuce are about even at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, they're. Well, actually, the Drow is a little bit ahead, like about 200 gold,
Mm-hmm.
just from that tower right there. But it's fairly even game at the moment.
Alright, and the game begins again.
Nothing for you.
Oh, looks like Drow just TPing a bot, and
Oh.
looks like
Oh, they ping out the DD. They want to
Radiant's
grab
middle
it.
tower is being
Venge is
attacked.
walking towards it. She might get caught by the Clinks. Then no mana on either of them, though. Oh, DP does get the double damage. Venge getting right-clicked down. Maybe can she get off a deny? Ah, she doesn't go for it. She walks right into the Ogre. Bat trying to just get out of there. Get that 1 CS and get out. But DP coming in, trying to bottle up. But no more charges. She wasted them on the creeps, it would look like. But they just say, we'll take your stack. That's more than enough.
looks like
have-
LGT is gonna start the death ball.
Radiant's middle
Well,
tower
they
is
want to
under
do.
They're
attack.
backing up a little bit.
I know. I don't care either.
Decent snake bouncing. But Razor slowing him down. DP still no mana. No way of popping exorcism. So it looks like everyone is just gonna sit down here except for the Bat Rider who just wants to finish up his Blink Dagger. And Ogre going for a walk.
Yeah, I guess that Venge kill, even though the LGT got the Venge kill, but that robbed them of actually taking the bottom tower because DP just had no mana after that.
Mm-hmm. And we have a 9-minute Blink Dagger coming out for the Bat Rider, so we see if he might be able to go for a gank with that, try to get a nice kill off of it, perhaps in the bottom lane, secure him a tower there.
Dire's bottom tower is being attacked.
Looks like they're going for it.
Which, mostly uncontested. The Dire just decide they want to go for the trades. DP pops her Exorcism in mid, and they start pushing for it, so we'll see if each team is going to use their glyph, which they have. Oh, but they look to try to contest. Exorcism still about still about a third of the way through.
Dire's bottom tower has been destroyed.
Tearing up the Visage with his very small amount of armor. Oh, but the lasso comes out. DP gets pulled up onto the high ground. Razor nukes her low. She's burning down from the Bat Rider, but she does look to be able to get away. The stun from the line. But look at it. Exorcism down.
Dire's
Still a T1 tower. Dusa took the bottom tower, and you know, that's your first gank with the Bat Rider lasso, but I say that's pretty good. You slid on the death ball.
That was incredibly close. If the Visage had a little bit more mana, he would have actually been able to soul assumption the Death Prophet, which would have killed her.
For sure.
It was an excellent response by eXtintion.Reborn. Just the general movement of keeping the Dusa behind and going in with the rest of their heroes.
Well, on the other hand, we do have Clinks getting a little bit of a chance to catch up as he starts working on that Orchid of his.
Yeah. Looks like the Drow Ranger's actually going for the Shadow Blade at the moment.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I'd prefer if she just stacked some Agi, honestly. With 2 ranged cores in addition to her. Especially that Clinks could be hitting like a truck right now.
Yeah, I agree. And even, like, I prefer to have, like, a Blink Dagger over the Shadow Blade.
It could be helpful.
I'm just gonna go.
Of course,
it's just giving more incentive for eXtinction to buy a gem.
Oh, Razor's getting low, and he does drop, but Lasso comes out on the Drow. Visage Familiars drop, and she falls, securing the kill. So, a 1-for-1 trade. Pretty even. You trade your safe laner for your mid. But let's look. Dusa's farming away. Already has an ultimate orb and 500 gold. 12 minutes in. Getting close to that possible Lincolns.
Yeah, she's pulling ahead. She's about 1,200 net worth in front of the Drow at the moment. She's slowly but surely pulling away, and like, the more farm she gets like this, the harder it's going to be to deal with her later on.
I will say it does look like a slight edge goes to the supports of eXtinction.Reborn, as they have they're the only supports that have a level 6, and that they have the Familiars for Visage, which is very good. It really changes how the hero can be played.
Dire's middle
They very
tower
nearly
is under
have the
siege.
swap on Vengeful Spirit
Dire's
as well, so
structures have been
gonna add
fortified.
another element to their team fight.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Would you look at this? The Death Ball lineup is the one that's getting pushed in. Almost all T1 towers down for the. Oh, a nice deny
Dire's
comes
middle
out for the
tower
Death
has
Prophet,
been
but
denied.
almost all their
Radiant's
tier 1
bottom tower
towers
is being
down.
attacked. I hope that's part of your plan.
Yeah, the one's supposed to be doing the pushing.
Radiant's
they
top
must,
tower is under attack.
They must be feeling the pressure right now. eXtinction.Reborn are perfectly happy with just sitting by and farming, but they're getting
Radiant's
towers, which
top
is further
tower is being
increasing their
attacked.
lead. And they have a Medusa in their corner, so.
And I really have to wonder if they don't really have much of an initiation outside of just walk up to your towers. You know, like they can, if once Clinks gets his Orchid, which is a little ways down the road, he's starting to catch up a little bit from jungle stacks and a little bit of tower gold. But once he gets that, I suppose he can Orchid somebody, but that's not the best initiation, especially not compared to a Bat Rider Blink Lasso.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he can walk around and pick somebody off before a fight, and then they could possibly push down towers like that. But it's still like once That happens a couple times. Extinction.Reborn is probably going to get wise to it and just group up. Then that'll be off the table.
And it looks like we'll be having our mech picked up by the Razor. Who almost has it complete, just scouting out the Roche pit. Extinction Reborn. But Drow Clink's nowhere near it. DP in the mid lane. No one to really do it. So after a few pushes and a little bit of
Dyer's bottom
skirmishing,
tower is being attacked.
both teams go back into farm mode, which you do have to favor the Dusa when it comes to a farm war.
Yeah, it looks like Slampack
Dyer's
and
bottom
Mac
tower is under siege.
smoking in, maybe trying to go for a pick off here.
They have the swap and the lasso ready to go. And they're about to walk into the Death Prophet. She gets lassoed, stunned. The familiars stacking the disable a little bit, but they have the swap to pull her back in. Not getting the most damage. Finger comes out and it's wasted. Death Prophet gets cleaned up. The familiar is able to clean up the lion.
And Avenge lives.
Yeah, so very nice trade for Extinction.Reborn. Dusa coming in to secure the kills. Drow trying to TP away. Razor needs one more right click, but he doesn't quite get it. Almost able to see the courier. But she makes it away just barely.
And that is Drow's Shadow Blade done. Right there.
And almost 11, so that'll be a nice damage boost for her team.
Yeah, but Dusa still just about 1,100 net worth ahead of the Drow. Although I will say this Clinks is doing an excellent job of catching up. He's only like 600 gold behind the, actually about 500 away from the Drow.
Yeah, he's done a very good job of CSing while his team makes a little bit of space for him to catch up. So almost catching up to the Drow. And they look to be setting up a gank with the familiar stuns. They drop 2. Stuns comes out from the vet. And she gets swapped in. Gets finished off by the Razor. Trying to reinitiate. Lion goes in. Drow starts right clicking in, but she Shadow Blades away. Too many people around. Clink's on the back line trying to blow up the supports, but not able to get too much off. And he's dusted. The lasso comes out and he drops to the Vengeful Spirit right clicks. And now they push. So 3 dead for LGT. And they're about to lose their final T1 tower, and Dusa sitting there on the bottom lane pressuring the T2 down there. Free farming away.
It's looking pretty bleak for LGT right now.
Dyer's top tower has been
Medusa
destroyed.
basically has Lincolns, and like if you look at the gold graph, it's just going heavily in the favor of Extinction.Reborn. It's probably going to be around 5,000 net worth right now difference.
Yeah,
Gold is about 3,000 experience.
Yeah, it would seem the pushers are being pushed. Oh, but I can't help but think that it's a drafting issue in this. Like, you go for the DP, you go for it early on, but you know, they don't really have an answer to the Dusa, and they're not really grouping up to push. They're getting which Extinction.Reborn, of course, doing a very good job of finding picks and initiating well, and LGT definitely lacking the initiation.
Yeah, I think if they picked up the axe in the off lane instead of the Clinks, the axe got a quick blink, this game would be very different right now.
Even, you know, you want to stick with the ranged lineup for the Drow, even a puck would be nice. Just giving them some sort of jump in.
Dyer's bottom tower is under siege.
I mean, look at this. Maybe if they can pick up a blink on the Lion, but that's hardly a consistent thing you can go for. You can never really guarantee that your support's going to get a ton of farm, especially on a hero that doesn't really farm well, such as the Lion. And,
That
you know,
Mystic Snake.
yeah. And your initiation that you do have in the Klink's Orchid, if you want to go on the Dusa, that's soon to be countered by, well, already countered by the Lincolns, so you've already missed your timing on that window.
Yeah, I mean, you can still Orchid and blow up with support.
Oh, we have a lasso coming out in the Ogre. DP pops for Exorcism. Stone Gaze comes out from the Dusa. Monster to drop, and so does DP. Finger comes out on no one. Or for a kill on Bat Rider. Excuse me. But 3 dead. 3 for 1, and a tower at that. eXtinction.Reborn making it look easy. But we do have the Orchid picked up by the Klinks. So hopefully he can start getting in there and getting some kills on the supports. But, you know, at this point, your Visage is pretty tanky. He has 3 levels in Gravekeeper's Cloak. Venge, you know, not the easiest kill.
And he's got a medallion on top of it. Some extra bit of armor right there.
Bat Rider, Force Staff, Blink
Dire's
Dagger.
middle tower is under attack. But you probably already knew that.
It looks as though this Orchid might have come too little too late. And Drow, and I really have to say I'm not a big fan of this. Goes Shadowblade Crystallis. The only agi items that she has so far are Power Treads and the Aqua.
Is the Medusa building a Bloodstone?
Oh, the failed initiation from the Klinks. Tries to jump on the Bat, but Bat sees it coming, blinks out. Some good game sense coming out from him.
Just Scotty.
Most likely a Scotty coming out in Medusa with the point booster, especially with that Orb of Venom.
Good.
Not the most common build up that the way you see it. Usually you'll see the ultimate orbs coming out first, but
yeah. Or I was expecting maybe like a Manta next, but
so it looks like we have a smoke coming out, and they look to be heading towards the Roche Pit. They have very good vision of this area. They'll know for sure if they're coming. And now it looks like LGT are expecting a gank in their jungle. They're sitting way back. They're afraid. But this medallion for the minus armor, they have Bat Rider scouting it out. This is going to be a free Roshan. In addition to the Vengeful Spirit, minus armor. Easy Roshan. We'll see who they give it to. If they give it to the Dusa, which she has already dropped the TP, but Razor.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
They're second guessing it, and there it is.
Immortality.
And you see
Radiant's bottom tower
Mr.
is being
Mac
attacked.
Dota
I only
saying,
mentioned it as a
let's just throw it.
starter.
We got this.
How are you doing otherwise?
Drawing a line straight down middle lane.
Radiant's
which
bottom tower is under
You can
siege.
see why they're feeling confident. 11-3, 4 towers down.
Dire's middle
They've
tower
got
is
Aegis.
under attack.
They've got
Radiant's
much
bottom
better
tower is being
initiation.
attacked.
Bat Rider looking to grab the Drow. He grabs her Force Staffs, pulls her back. The Visage Familiar's on her. Double stun, and Drow falls to the Razor. And we have Exorcism going out, cutting him down, but she just gets blown up.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
That's a 5-man wipe. It's getting real close to GG. This Death Prophet doesn't even have her Yules yet.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
She's just too far behind.
Dire's middle tower is under siege.
it's looking very bleak.
She doesn't have anywhere near the tankiness she needs to live through just the
Dire's
right
middle
clicks
tower
alone.
is being attacked. Dire's structures have been
And we have-
I mean, is
fortified.
there even a way that LGT comes back from this?
Barring
Dire's middle tower is
some
under attack.
extreme throw, and the GG comes out. So very, very well executed from eXtintion.Reborn.
Dire's middle tower
Pushing
has
in
been
the
destroyed.
pushers.
Dire's middle barracks is on Radiant.
But, you know,
victory.
a very good
A
draft.
little bit of trash talk at the end there from Flo.
Oof. Throwing down the easy.
Oof. That's not
Let's
throwing
see
down
if
lightly right there.
LGT can get a little bit of fire in them. See if they want to get the next one.
Yeah, let's see if they can redeem or
Get
just
some-
get the redemption.
Yeah, get some retribution.
Exactly.
So we will return in a little while with Game 2 of Extinction Reborn versus LGT.